Time for a quick check-in on my sunscreen search. I've been looking for a sunscreen to replace my favorite, the Purito Daily Go-To Sunscreen, because they discontinued it. As always, all the good things get discontinued. I have tried a lot of sunscreens so far, so please keep in mind that this list is gonna change and this is not final. I was trying to think back to the sunscreens that I've tried and I was like, you know what, maybe I need to watch the videos again to see which ones I liked the best, but I realized that's not a good idea because I need to look at the sunscreens that are in front of me, and if I can remember liking them a lot, that means I like them a lot. If I have to go and remind myself what I thought about them, it's because they didn't really make that much of an impression on me. My preference is for chemical sunscreens that are glowy, hydrating, easy to reapply, no white cast, no eye burn, no pilling, all of those things. Coming in at number 1 so far, when I'm not doing a sunscreen search video, this is probably one of my most used, the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel. This one applies so easily. It's so lightweight. There's no white cast. There's literally nothing I can find wrong with this one, and it has a glowy finish. I actually feel like this one blends in a little bit quicker and easier than the Purito. I still love the Purito, but this one just as good, I think. Number 2 so far is going to be the Round Lab Docto Sunscreen Birch Juice. Number 2 so far is going to be the Round Lab Birch Juice Moisturizing Sun Cream. This one also blends in super easy, super glowy, lotion-like texture. Nothing wrong with it. I also think that this one is just as good as the Purito. Next is the Skin 1004 Madagascar Centella Hyalu-Cica Water Fit Sun Serum. I still really like this one, but because I have found other sunscreens that have no cast at all, this one hasn't been used as much because when I apply it, there is slightly a bit of a pinkish tinge to my skin, and that's on my skin tone. So for anyone that has a deeper skin tone, you might notice that a bit more. It only lasts like a minute or two, so it's not a big deal. Other than that, it has a really nice texture. It's really glowy, very hydrating, no problems at all. But because the other ones just don't have the cast at all, I reach for them more than this one. But obviously it's very well loved and I would continue using this. Next is one that took me by surprise because I usually love a really glowy sunscreen, and this one has more of like a natural finish for me. It's the Beauty of Joseon Aqua Relief Sun Aqua Fresh Sunscreen. This one is their new one. It has more, it's supposed to be like a semi-matte finish, I think. I can't remember. But I actually like this one for days that I don't want to be super shiny. I'm a makeup artist and I don't usually wear makeup in my day-to-day life, even when I have clients. So sometimes when I have a client and I put on a sunscreen that's super, super shiny and glowy, if people aren't really into skincare, sometimes they think I'm just a little bit sweaty. So sometimes when I have a client, I'll just put on something that's a little less aggressively shiny. This one has been a great option. It reapplies super easily. It feels really comfortable. No white cast. Great choice if you want something less shiny. Another one that's less shiny is the Purito Daily Soft Touch Sunscreen. I really like this one. I think this one has a claim of 10-hour wear. I prefer this one to the new Centella sunscreen, I think it is. That one I did not like. This one I actually liked and it applied really easily. So this one is in my top so far. These are my top sunscreens so far. Please keep in mind that as I try more sunscreens, this is subject to change. When I'm a little bit deeper into the sunscreen search, I'm gonna do a really long video going over them. And before I do that, I am gonna circle back on some of these to try them out again and see how they are so that I can refresh my memory a little bit, because even though these are the ones that I instinctively picked, I feel like I'm probably forgetting one that I did really like and I just haven't tried it again. That being said, if you're like me and you absolutely loved the Purito Daily Go-To Sunscreen, the top 2 I'm going to recommend if you want something that's similar to that is going to be the Isntree and the Round Lab. These two, pretty similar, just as good, if not actually a little bit better.